X-ray. An X-ray is a type of ray that can pass through or look inside a solid object, such as a human being, and show things that are underneath the surface. The X-ray showed the man was suffering from rheumatoid arthritis. When John went to the dentist, they took X-rays of his teeth. An X-ray indicated that Martha had a tumor growing inside her stomach. Doctors X-rayed the patient to see if the operation had been successful. Overexposure to X-rays can be harmful to your health. X. While X isn't really a word, we use it for a lot of different things when speaking English. Put your feet on the X and look at the camera. There's an X amount of food in each container. We need an X number of students to fill each class. That movie is rated X. X marks the spot. He's a member of Generation X. Sign your name on the X. Xylophone. A xylophone is a musical instrument. Wooden or metal bars are arranged horizontally and hit with a mallet. The length and thickness of each bar determines its pitch or quality of sound. An orchestra may include the use of a xylophone. A xylophone is a percussion instrument. Other percussion instruments include drums, bongos, and gongs. Children enjoy playing the xylophone because it has a beautiful sound and it's not difficult to learn how to play. Yak. The word yak is slang for talk. If a person is yakking, he or she is talking, usually for a long period of time. The simple form of this verb is yak. The past tense is yacked. The past participle is yacked. Yolanda and Veronica can yak on the phone for hours. Bill doesn't like to yak on the phone. He keeps the conversations short. The supervisor told the workers to quit yakking and get back to work. Betty and her neighbor yacked over the fence for a few minutes before going back inside their homes. People in the hotel room next to ours were yakking all night. It was hard to get to sleep. All he ever does is yak, yak, yak. He loves to listen to himself talk. Yank. The word yank is similar to the word pull. But when you yank something, there's usually more force applied, or the movement is very quick. In most of the sentences below, yank is a verb. The simple form is yank. Past tense, yanked. Past participle, yanked. The dentist yanked a rotten tooth from the patient's mouth. Don't yank too hard on the chain. You might break it. Don't yank on it. Stop yanking on it. The company quickly yanked its products off of the shelves when it discovered a defect. The manager yanked a player out of the game because he wasn't doing very well on the field. Yvonne was quickly yanked off the stage because of her poor performance. Craig gave the rope a quick yank, and the door opened. Give it a yank. When walking a dog, sometimes the owner has to yank on the leash to get the dog's attention. Yard. A yard is a grassy area just outside of a house or a building. There's a lot of clover in my yard. Most houses in the United States have a front yard and a backyard. The yard is a good place to grow vegetables. Kids like to play in the yard. Some people have only grass in their yard. You use a lawnmower to cut the grass in your yard. Afterwards, you can relax. A yard is also a unit of measurement. 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. It's a little smaller than 1 meter. Use a yardstick to measure things. A yardstick is 36 inches long, or you can say it's 3 feet long. There are 100 yards in a football field. A person who is 6 feet tall is 2 yards high. Yawn. When a person is tired or bored, he or she yawns. It's natural to yawn when you are tired. It's polite to cover your mouth when you yawn. Students express boredom in class by yawning. If I'm bored, I yawn. If a movie is boring, I yawn. The old dog yawned and stretched after waking up. You can also use yawn as a noun. It's hard to stifle a yawn when you are really tired. One of my students let loose with a loud yawn in class. That was really rude. Year. A year is 365 days long. We measure a year by the sun. It takes the Earth exactly 1 year to go around the sun. There are 365 days in a year. There are 52 weeks in a year. There are 12 months in a year. This word represents an important measurement of time, so its use is quite common. We had a good year this year. This has been a bad year. They're having a rough year. What a year. Use the word year when talking about age. She's 5 years old. She's a 5-year-old child. She's a 5-year-old. He's a 35-year-old man. He's been alive for 35 years. My car is 8 years old. I've had my car for 8 years. We've known each other for years. For years and years, Brian worked on his old house until it was finally remodeled. The word yearly is an adjective and an adverb. They meet yearly to discuss their goals. This event happens yearly. What's your yearly salary? What do you make yearly? Many people around the world like to ring in the new year with a party. Happy New Year. Yearn. To yearn is to desire or want something. This word is used when the desire is very strong. Zara yearns to leave Morocco and live in the United States. Robert yearned to go to college, but he couldn't afford it. The people of Syria are yearning for a peaceful settlement of the civil war. Africans brought to the United States and sold into slavery yearn to be set free. Maria yearns to see her family living in Mexico. She hasn't seen them in several years. The noun form of this word is yearning. Khadijah feels a strong yearning to get married. A yearning to be popular in school was the reason for the young man's risky behavior. The people of that country have a yearning for freedom from oppression. The yearning for a woman he couldn't marry drove the young man crazy.
Yell. A person who yells uses a very loud voice. This is usually a bad thing to do, especially when someone yells at another person. These two men are yelling at each other about the quality of the wine they're drinking. Teresa's boss yelled at her yesterday because she came to work late. The teacher yelled at the students who were fighting in the hallway. It's not polite to yell to another person in a large public place. What is he yelling about? What are you yelling for? Lower your voice.
Yesterday. The day before today is referred to as yesterday. Whenever you talk about yesterday, make sure the verbs are in a past tense or a perfect tense. She has been waiting for her package since yesterday. Yesterday, we went to see a movie. What were you doing yesterday? What did you do yesterday? It snowed yesterday. Anna worked from 2 a.m. until noon yesterday. What did I do yesterday? I don't remember. We have been very busy starting yesterday. The two men had never met each other before yesterday's meeting. The boss needs that work to be finished yesterday. I wasn't born yesterday, you know.
Yet. The word yet is an adverb that is used to talk about time. It means up to now or up to this moment in time. She hasn't finished doing her homework yet. They didn't get their newspaper yet. Have you gone to the store yet? Did Mr. Johnson leave for work yet? I have yet to receive a call from them. The children are not yet ready to return to their classrooms. The word yet can also be used in a way that is similar to more. There's yet another problem we have to take care of. It was cold today, yet colder temperatures are expected for tomorrow. Finally, the word yet can be used as a conjunction that is similar to the conjunction but or nevertheless. Jim has become very successful, yet he still believes he has more to accomplish. The economy is getting better, yet there are some people who can't find jobs.
Yield. Yield is a word that has two different meanings depending on whether it's used as a verb or it's used as a noun. This word is often used when measuring the output of a business or a farm. Yield also refers to results. The yield on corn this year might be a little lower than last year. Farmers improved their yield by using new farming techniques. Crop rotation yields good results because it helps improve the quality of the soil. Changes to the company's management did not yield the kind of results that everyone expected. Our investment yielded an 11% return. When this word is used as a verb, sometimes it means to give way, surrender, or allow another person to pass. The company yielded to demands made by the employees and raised their hourly wage. The militants said that they wouldn't yield and they wouldn't give up. The man yielded to the woman's request. A large beam supporting the roof yielded under the weight of the snow and the roof collapsed. Where these two roads merge, it's necessary for cars to yield to oncoming traffic. Yoga. Yoga is a practice that combines meditation, relaxation, and exercise techniques for people who want to improve their physical, mental, and spiritual health. My friend Maria goes to yoga every other day. She works with a yoga instructor. A yoga instructor leads people in yoga exercises. She uses a yoga mat to cushion her body as she exercises. Do you know anyone who does yoga? Do you do yoga? Yolk. The yellow inside area of an egg is called the yolk. This is a rich source of protein for the animal that feeds on the yolk as it develops inside of an eggshell. It's also a good source of protein for people who like to eat eggs. Some people separate the egg white from the yolk because the white part is less caloric, but most of the flavor of the egg is found in the yolk. This word is hard for some students to pronounce. Here are a couple things to consider. The L is silent. This word rhymes with many words in English. Joke, coke, folk, spoke, soak. Yoke, yoke. You. When speaking directly to another person, use the pronoun you. The word you is also used when talking to more than one person. Then there's the indefinite form for you. This is very useful because it can be used in talking about any person or group of people, directly or indirectly. Smoking is bad for you. You must capitalize the first word in a sentence. If you practice English every day, you will improve. One more thing. Remember that you is the subject in sentences that are in the imperative form. Give that to me, please. Stop at the light. Don't do that. Young. A person or an animal that is new is young. This is the opposite of the word old. This is a word you probably already know, but some people mispronounce the Y at the beginning of the word, so pay attention to these examples. Young people spend much of their time in school. A person who is 14 years old is too young to drive in the United States. Matt is 16 and his girlfriend is 15. They're way too young to get married. An owl found a young rabbit in my backyard and ate it. Charlie says he still feels young at the age of 62. How young is too young to start working? Bears are very protective of their young. The word youngster is a noun. A group of youngsters could be heard playing on the playground. Cynthia enjoyed going to the zoo when she was a youngster. Youth. The word youth is a noun that refers to a period of time when a person is young, or the word youth describes a personal quality. Maria's youth disappeared once she had children. The managers of that company are going for youth in the people they hire. In his youth, Jose was a good baseball player. Selma hasn't lost her youth. She's 46 years old, but she looks 20 years younger than that. What he lacks in experience, he can make up for with his youth. There are many things that you can do in your youth that you can't do as you get older. Enjoy your youth. To make an adjective, add full to the end of this word. She has a very youthful appearance. Teaching children her entire life has kept her feeling youthful and imaginative. Despite having reached the age of 92, Teresa's grandmother still acts in a youthful manner. Yuck. You can use yuck as an interjection. An interjection is a one-word statement, usually followed by an exclamation point. Yuck is popular among children, but some adults use it also when they don't like something. Yuck, this tastes terrible. What's that green stuff on the water? Yuck. Oh, yuck. You can make an adjective by adding a Y to the end of the word. This looks yucky. I'm not eating it. The kid said the spinach was yucky. Yummy. The word yummy can be used as an adjective or as an interjection when talking about food that tastes good. You'll hear the word yummy used by and around children, but adults can use it as well when speaking to each other. That looks yummy. This salad is yummy. I had a veggie burger for dinner. It was yummy. Let's go get some of that yummy Thai food we had for lunch last week. Haagen-Dazs makes some of the yummiest ice cream. The words yummy and yum are used as interjections. Yum! This cake is really good. What's in it? Yum yum. Let's eat. Yummy.